Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, we are heading to Mexico and I'm very excited. This is my first time ever traveling outside of the country. So we are staying for a week long in Quantaru, Mexico at the Ocean Mayo Royale, which is an adults only all-inclusive resort where we did the full privilege upgrade. And I'm going to take you guys through our entire travel itinerary for the week. I wanted to start by giving you guys a full suite tour. So we were in 702, which is one of the first buildings when you walk out. So as soon as you walk in, you can see all of our luggage, all the couches and everything. And then this is our bathroom, which was fully stocked with a ton of like bonus goodies, shampoo, conditioner, all the things. The shower was literally so great. And then you walk in a little bit further past the hallway, you can see our bed, which they laid out a cute little robe, a pair of slippers, and then our beach towels. And then I did want to show you guys the closet space before I completely packed it full with my clothes. So here's what it looks like empty, and then it also does have a safe in it, which was really convenient. And then if you look to the opposite side, we have this huge opening. We did have the full jetted tub outside of our room, which was so special. This is one of the selling points to me for the room that we picked. Then if you come back in, we have a little love seat area, and they did surprise us with a couple pieces of fruit, all of the information that we need for our private butler, Enrique, a bottle of wine, which was really fancy, and a very nice surprise to walk into. The first thing I always do when we go on vacation is unpack everything and get everything laid out and situated for the week to come. So this is what the closet looks like now that it is full of stuff. I also kept a lot of stuff in the packing cubes just to be safe. And not only that, I didn't have a ton of drawer space, so I wanted to make sure that I kept everything kind of together. So I kept bathing suits together, all of that kind of stuff, so that I knew exactly where it was when I needed it. On the opposite side, we did have this little desk area that had about 3 drawers on it, so I did utilize those for the overflow. And then after we got done unpacking, we headed out to dinner for the night, and we seen these cute little creatures while we were on our walk there. So we ended up going to the sports bar for dinner, which is the only American-themed restaurant that they have on the entire resort. After we finished dinner, we headed out into the resort, into the cocktail bar. We got a few cocktails and then went and got our seats for the show. After the show was done, we went for a little night walk. We went down to the beach to check out the ocean before we went to bed. Every single morning, I got up and I opened these curtains in the hopes to find some type of critters out there, which you'll see me walk outside. That's literally what I was looking for every single day. And then we got ready and headed to breakfast. Here is my outfit for breakfast. I did end up going with this really flowy dress just because it was so hot outside. And then we headed to La Hacienda, got breakfast, and then we went back, got in our bathing suits, and we're definitely ready to go for some beach time. Even though it was kind of sprinkling a little bit, we did hang out at the beach until the rain surpassed. Once we were done at the beach, we headed back to our room, got changed, and then headed out for lunch at the Mexican Pavilion. After lunch, we made it a priority to walk around the resort just to kind of check everything out and make sure we knew where everything was. This is a dress that I wore to dinner. It is from 9 West and I absolutely loved it. If you guys are interested, I did a full get ready with me over on my Instagram, which I will leave linked below. Definitely go follow me over there. I do a ton of stuff in real time. This night was the night that we had reservations for Yukoso, which was the hibachi restaurant inside of the hotel. And I've actually never been to a hibachi restaurant, so I was very excited. And I thought the show was absolutely amazing. He definitely did a really great job, and the food was really, really good. This was a full 4-course meal where we had sushi, soup, the main entree, and then we also, of course, stayed for dessert before we headed out to the Broadway show. The next morning, I got up and I opened the windows like I normally would, and oh my gosh, you guys, I had an entire family of these little raccoons, which they're not actually raccoons. They kind of look like anteaters, but there's a specific name for them in Mexico, which I'm not 100% sure on right now, but they basically look like a little family of raccoons out there, and it was like the highlight of my morning. Oh my god. After all the excitement was done this morning, I got myself ready. This is my outfit of the day. I have this cute little purse that I got from the gift shop. And then we headed to breakfast at La Hacienda. We had decided during breakfast that instead of doing what we had originally planned for that day, the weather was just kind of up in the air, so we decided to stay on the resort and make it a beach day. So we went back to our room, got ready, and headed to the beach. And then after a few hours of being at the beach, we ended up going to the Mexican Pavilion to have a quick lunch. After lunch, we hung out at the beach, and then we also did go to the pool and the pool bar for a little bit until it started storming. So then we headed back to our room. We did order a full round of room service because we had a very, very late reservation for dinner this night. So think of this as kind of like half lunch, half early dinner. Room service was amazing, and here you'll see Shane and I clink sandwiches. And we sat together and just kind of watched a movie until the rain stopped. And then we decided that after lunch, dinner, early dinner, whatever you want to call it, after the room service, we were going to go exploring a little bit. So we did end up walking the shoreline for a little ways down past our all-inclusive just to kind of see what the beach was like. And I found this cute little crab. Oh my God, he was so cute. Then we headed back to the room so we could get ready for our dinner reservation.
Perfecto.
Okay, so this is what the dress looks like. With the back. Oh, I love the back chain. I feel like the back chain really makes it. Okay, earrings. I'm definitely gonna wear my Louboutins with this. Okay, this is the look. I have my little privilege band that we have to wear. I am wearing these dangly earrings, and then I have my bracelet on. This bracelet Shane bought me from the little gift shop that they have in the hotel. I have this dress on. This dress is from Shein, and I'm literally so impressed. I've got some side boob going on, and then the back chain is also from Shein. And yeah, I have my little tiny Aldo crab bag, which matches my Louboutins, if you can see. I don't know if you can see the red together, but these are the most brutal shoes that I own. But we're headed to La Dolce Vita and we're gonna go have dinner. It is like 8 o'clock, so we have a very, very late reservation because then afterwards we're gonna go to the little show that they have. But yeah, this is the outfit of the night. I'm like really happy with how it turned out. I was not expecting to love this dress as much as I did.
You look like a redheaded Barbie. Oh, I'm sure I'm calling them on their first day.
Once I was finally ready, we headed out to La Dolce Vita where we had our dinner reservation for the night and we were seated right away and we had this cutie come up to us. His name is Poncho. He made me so sad, made me miss home because he honestly looks like the Mexico version of Marvin and he's just a cat that hangs out at the restaurant. And then we had our 3-course meal, which was absolutely amazing. One of the best meals I think we had the entire time we were there. And then we headed to the show for the night, which was the Michael Jackson show. After the show, I was honestly pretty drunk and drunk me wanted to go swimming. So Shane and I got ready and we went swimming in the big swimming pool that they had, which was really, really nice. And we kind of just hung out with each other before we went to bed. So the next morning I got up, no critters, unfortunately. I was so disappointed, especially with seeing the little raccoons the day before. I was so expecting there to be at least something, maybe a lizard, anything. So I got myself ready, brushed my teeth, and then this is the day that we rented a car so that we could go to Tulum and do some exploring. So I did all of my outfit prepping and got everything ready before we ended up going to breakfast this day. We did go to La Hacienda for breakfast again. This is our rental car, and we headed to Playa del Carmen. We had to drive all the way through to Tulum, which was about an hour away from our all-inclusive. And let me tell you, driving in Mexico is absolutely insane. Nothing at all like the US. There's like speed bumps and everything on the highway. It was crazy. So then we did go to the Raw Love Sculpture Museum. So this is the Raw Love statue. And then they did have a statue of this pair of wings. And then we walked through the backside of the Sculpture Museum to the Raw Love Cafe where we got some water, which was much needed. It was so hot this day. I was literally dying. And then we did end up getting a little smoothie. We took some photos and then we were ready to get changed. I did a quick change in the car in the back of a parking lot. And then we walked through the Tulum beachside so that we could go to the Follow That Dream sign, and then Matcha Mama and a couple of the other more Instagrammable places in Tulum. Right next to Matcha Mama, there was a cute little dining area where we were able to try authentic Mexican tacos. So this is me trying my first ever Mexican taco. And oh my God, you guys, it was literally so good. I got the chicken tacos and absolutely 10 out of 10. Then we went next door to Matcha Mama. I did get a berry acai smoothie, which was actually kind of expensive, more expensive than I was expecting for a smoothie. We stopped at the Bunny and then we headed to the cenote. We went to Cenote Calavera. This cenote is known as the underwater temple of doom, where they used to do sacrifices and everything in the cenote. So basically a cenote is like a cave that has concaved in on itself and there's a ton of water in there. So this one was 15 feet deep. There's no lifeguards or anything. You can rent life jackets, and I am not a swimmer, but I really wanted to get a photo without one. So once you get into the cave, it is like deep and very dark, and this entire cave was filled with nothing but bats. So it was a little scary, if you want me to be totally honest. Then we headed back. This night was the Viva Mexico night, so I got dressed for dinner and then we headed out to dinner right away. This was the special privilege only restaurant that we were allowed to go to, so we made reservations, and the food here was also really amazing. This is actually connected to La Dolce Vita, it's just on the other side. So we had our meal. We did not have time for dessert because we had to get to the Viva Mexico show. The next morning, I woke up, did the same exact thing. Unfortunately, there were no critters outside. I was definitely expecting at least a lizard or something today, but we got ready to go to Playa del Carmen this day. So this is the outfit that I wore to go shopping and just kind of perusing around the markets. I absolutely love this dress. I found this dress on Shein and I wasn't too sure about it, but the pattern to me screams Mexico. So I did want to show you guys my nails as well. They are black stiletto nails with the red roses on them, which to me also screams Mexico. So we got ready. We ended up going to breakfast first and then we headed to Playa del Carmen. I did not get a ton of footage this day, but I did get some clips here and there. But we did a ton of shopping at the different markets. There was tons of tequila tasting and all of that stuff. And when we got back to the resort, I did also go through the gift shop as I was shopping through there. I did pick up a few things for friends and family. So after this vlog goes live, I will be doing a full souvenir haul if you guys are curious to see what I bought that day. Once we were done shopping, we grabbed a quick snack and then headed back to our room so that we could get ready for our private romantic 5-course dinner in front of the waterfall. So can we all just take a second to really appreciate this dress? Like, snaps for this dress. We took some Instagram pictures quickly before our dinner reservation started, and then you can see our private little setup here. We also had 2 butlers running back and forth, and the chef came out to meet us. It was really great. So all 5 courses, you had the salad, the soup, the palate cleanse, the lobster and the filet, and then the little dessert at the end. And once we were done with dinner, we went back to our room to find that they had filled our bathtub with rose petals, and it was a great way to end our night. This next morning was a very early morning, so I got up, got into my bathing suit right away, threw my shorts on, and then we went to a very quick light breakfast at La Hacienda. Then we headed to Cancun, which was about an hour from where we were staying. Got on the boat, got ready to go scuba diving. This is my first time ever scuba diving, and here's the footage. Once we got back from scuba diving, we went to our dinner reservation at the Blue Moon where we had a 3-course meal, and of course that was also really, really good. And then there was no show this night, so we basically went right to bed. This was one of our last days on the resort, so we did end up sleeping in quite a lot this day before we got ready and headed to breakfast. So no critters out there, unfortunately, but I got myself ready. This is the outfit that I wore for breakfast. This is a cute little handbag that I carried. Ugh, I absolutely love my little seashell bag. Then we headed to La Hacienda for breakfast, and then after breakfast, we went and got changed into our bathing suits because they were having a foam party down at the pool. So we did end up shooting some content while we were down there in front of the Mexico sign. I wanted to get quite a few pictures, especially because the weather was really, really nice this day. I did want to show you guys my beach day essentials. So what's in my beach bag? I obviously have red hair, which means sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen 24/7. So I have my sunscreen obviously on hand. Then I did bring a pair of sunglasses and the room key. So basically out of everything that I brought, the only thing I really needed was the sunscreen. After the beach, we headed back and grabbed quick room service because this night we also did have a very late reservation at Yukoso, and we seen this cutie on our walk back. He was right outside our pavilion and Shane actually touched him, which I was very surprised. I was just a little nervous. Like, what if they bite me? You know, like they're pretty decent size compared to the ones that you see at the pet store or at my mom's house. So then I got dressed, I got ready. This was one of my all-time favorite dresses. I mean, look at my boobs. They literally look so good. They are so fake in this dress. I was literally being choked by that. I had to tie it so tight. We headed to our dinner reservation at Yukoso, and this was our second time going to Yukoso, so it was really nice that they did kind of different elements during the show, so it wasn't the exact same show as we had seen prior. So I thought the show was really, really great. And then this is the night that we ended up deciding to try the sake that they had to offer as an upcharge. I really did not like it at all. I thought it tasted like rubbing alcohol. And then we had sushi, soup, the main course, and then we also had strawberry sushi for dessert, which was very interesting. And then once we were done with dinner, we headed into the resort so that we could pick out our photos from the photographer that was walking around the resort. So these are the 2 photos we ended up taking home with us, and then we went back and got ready for the show this night. This night is the night that they did fire dancing, so this is my outfit. And then look at how cute these earrings are. Are these not so fun? They're little tequila bottles. Sadly, our trip has come to an end, so we headed to the airport and got our bags all situated, and then we headed to Johnny Rockets for a quick bite to eat before we ended up getting on the plane. Once we landed in the US, we had to go through US Customs and Border Patrol, which was actually very stressful because we were the lucky ones that were selected on the plane to have a full search done. So they spent about an hour rifling through our luggage, and this is what the tape looks like once they cut stuff open so they can tell what has been examined and what hasn't. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the Travel Diaries series that I'm starting on my channel. Make sure you guys subscribe and don't forget to go follow me over on Instagram. I will have that linked below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week in a brand new video.